Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, as always, I'd like to say thanks to all of the new subscribers as we continue to build this community. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all the likes, all of the shares, all the comments. Appreciate all of those things. All the emails also. Appreciate the emails, guys. Okay. Now, if you are here, you know this channel, we talk about money, investing in the market, in financial independence, retire early. Okay, I'm kind of giggling because, as you guys excuse me, I'm gonna apologize right now because I'm gonna be sniffing on this video. I got a cold, uh, and I thought it was getting better, but of course it's like it's in reverse this time around. Go figure. But anyway, I'm maybe apologizing in advance. All right, if I'm sniffing on the video, I apologize. Okay, guys. But like I said, we are here about financial independence, retire early. And I focus more so on the financial independence part, not the retire early part. Okay, guys. So you know what? Let's get down to business because today was another day. Uh, Interesting day in the market, right? Interesting day in the market. Um, you know what? I don't even know how to say, but it was a very interesting day in the market. Now, one thing that I did today, let me see if this open up. Okay, it didn't open up in the window I thought it was going to open up in. One thing that I did today, right? I did spend some money today. Okay, great. Open up over here. Great. Everything is doing like it's supposed to do today. It's not even. It didn't do crazy. I did spend some money today. But before we talk about that, let's talk quick about what's going on here. As you can see, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Tesla, J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Netflix are up today. Okay. Now, a bunch of other companies, Amazon, Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, Costco, are all down. Go figure, right? It's just one of those days, and you cannot you cannot really tell what's going on, right? But stuff just do what it do, right? But before we go into what I've done today, right? Let's look at some crypto real quick before we go into that. Now, Ethereum is trending. It's the number one trending coin right now. Okay, $2,600. It's crazy, and Bitcoin is at $103,000. Okay, plus um, XRP is something that I do have XRP. I don't really talk about it because I don't have enough to break an egg. You know what I'm saying? But I got a couple of XRP, and I'm adding to it little by little. But I don't have the extra money to buy any crypto right now. All my money that I have in crypto is in Ethereum and in Shiba Inu. Okay, and Shiba Inu is up 25% in the last 24 hours, in like 7 days. That is crazy. 25% in the last 7 days. That is amazing. Right? My little small Shiba army is building me some money. And like I said, when we lose some, I will be more excited when we lose some zeros. Right? We still got about 26 trillion token. So of course we still got a wait. Is it 26 trillion? Let me see. What is the supply chain? Oh, calculate the supply chain. It ain't 26 trillion. It's like 589.25 trillion, right? That's what we got. So it's still a lot. You see, some of these other coins they only got a few billion, right? We got trillion. This is 42 billion. We got trillion. This coin here, they got million, 333 million. We got freaking trillion. So we still got ways to go. So you can still buy into this, and at some point you can make some money. But this is not financial advice, okay, guys? And you can see Bitcoin down 1%, Ethereum is down 3.3%. It's what it is. Okay? So we go in here, right? Did I spend some money here today? No. I did not buy anything because I didn't transfer any money to this portfolio. Um, Other than what's in the portfolio, what I show you guys that I bought yesterday, what I added to my position yesterday. That's it. Okay. Let's look at the other portfolio real quick. Now in here, you can see I still have that $572.14. I did not spend any money in here today either. I was, but I was mostly focused on my bigger portfolio, so I didn't spend any money in here. But believe it or not, I was surprised on how much money we have coming into the portfolio this week. I was truly surprised. I was so surprised that I decided to spend some money on the other portfolio. Okay, to give you an update. So this is about where we are today. This is all. No, that's not right. It's not. It's not even updating right. It should be like 1,600. It's showing $165. All right, this thing is still doing or whatever. As you can see, right, the value, the negative value is coming down. We're down like 40. I mean 4.6% that we are down. Okay, and you can't beat that, right? You can't beat that with for the dividend receiver. That's going to continue to grow. Okay, that's going to continue to grow. And hold up, the thing says 33,000, almost $34,000 this month. It's a possibility, right? There's a strong possibility we're going to crush this number. There's a strong possibility we're probably going to be close to 40,000 this month. I just feel that. I might be wrong. I know I'm wrong. I think we're gonna get close, maybe like 35, maybe 40. We might get to 40. I don't know. It depends on what Misty pays next week. Okay, but let me bring this over here. So this is what I bought today. Okay, guys, I bought some XYZY. I bought 300 shares. Okay, trying to equalize, make it equivalent to what I already had in the portfolio. Kind of get it to 2,000 shares. Okay, so I bought that amount of shares in the portfolio. That this is what I got it at. Okay, my actual cost is like 16. My average cost is like $16. Okay, so buying it at 9 something was a no brainer. Then I got some Tesla. I got it at 9.9 $9.91. I spent $12,000 on Tesla, and the only reason being is I raised that up to 7,000 shares in Tesla, and of course at some point the goal is to sell out of Tesla and Alti. I need to bring down my average cost to where I'm not losing, $15,000 to $20,000 in each of those. Okay. Then in Alti, I spent another 4,400, right? Raising my shares up also in Alti to 7,000 shares. I spent $700, 700 shares, okay? Not 7,000, but I bought 700 shares in Alti. I bought 700 shares in Koning. And I bought 950 shares in SNOY, which was like $15,000. Okay. So, I mean, SNOY, want to see how things going to go. I might, for this week, SNOY is supposed to pay this week. So I'm kind of shifting to SNOY and see if I will sell some of the stuff that will pay this week and put everything into SNOY, depending on how it's going to go. Okay. But that's where we are right now. So right now I got 1,000 shares in SNOY. XYZY, I have 2,000 shares. Oni, I have 4,000, 5,000 shares. Alti and Tesla have 7,000 shares. Even those two. So now I still got a couple more weeks, right, before Misty pays. And the goal is um, to get Misty to 7,000 shares also. The goal is to get, because I had 7,000 plus shares, and then when they sold 2,000 plus of my shares to cover margin calls, so now I got to get those back. I got to get those 7,000 shares back. And also, I'm probably going to end up buying more AIYY because I need to bring down my cost average. The goal is to get out of AIYY, but before I do that, I need to bring down my cost average because my cost average is crazy, crazy high. Okay, I think I bought AIYY at $8. Right now, the average is $4.68. So, I mean, I might throw another 20, 30 grand into AIYY just to bring down my costs. And then once I bring down my costs, probably sell it the same week when I bring down the cost of what I need to get it to. Um, I might do that. You know, I might even just spend more than 30, 40 grand to get it down to that. But that's the goal, is to bring down my average cost, AIYY, and then whatever after I bring it down and sell it, I'm just gonna throw everything into Misty. That's where I'm gonna be. Okay, let me close this out. Um, so when we look at the income, right? The income did drop, right? Income dropped because that's, you know, your boy spend money. Now this is gonna change again sometime today or tomorrow. It's gonna be a different number because it's gonna update on all the purchases that I've done today. So that's gonna change that number. Um, I'm surprised it hadn't changed yet. For the few dollars I spent today to help increase the income, and also help, you know, balance out the portfolio a little bit more, to help with the costs, right? Now, you know, it's kind of hard to DCA in when you have a little bit of money sitting in there. I am building up um, the buffer, but when they get to a certain amount, I figure like, you know what, I need to buy a little bit more, you know, to help, uh, you know, protect the portfolio right now since things are getting good. You know, spend a little bit more money and buy some of the stuff that is in the red. All right. Now, the overall income is right here. I don't really worry about this number, um, because of what we spend. The value of the actual portfolio went down. The ending value for 10 years went down. Um, we were in the 6 million, and now we're down to 5 million. But still, I say I don't really focus on that number because as my portfolio continues to grow, my strategy will be shifting. The more money I get coming into the portfolio, the more the funds will be reinvested into my lower yield positions. So you know that's my strategy pretty much, right? Take the higher yield stuff, put it into the lower yield stuff, and collect the dividends. That pretty much it. So the more money I get into my portfolio, the more I'll be buying safer positions, and I'm not have to worry about margin cuts and all the other stuff. Okay. Now, one of my friend, um, sent me a link today. Right, he sent me this screenshot, um, and it was on X. Right. Let me see if I can do this right. Okay. Bring this back over here. Now, guys, I'm not telling you guys to go do this, right? He just said this to me. He's like, you should talk about this in your video today. Now, as you guys can see, right? This is the first page, and this person have 48,360 shares of Misty. $23.85 is the price of Misty. What is the price of Misty right now? It's 23.72. So it went down a little bit. And using Robinhood, right, based on this diagram, is Robinhood. And Robinhood have maintenance requirement for Misty is 70%. So if we have any crazy bad day right now in the market, you know, what, nobody knows what's going to happen. But I don't know when the person actually bought this position, right? But if you look down here, the buying power for Misty, it's like $500,000, right? They got $500,000 buying power to buy Misty. Another thing to look at, right? The dividend they received in May, right? May dividend, right? When the last time we received dividends from Misty? I don't know. I don't know how accurate this thing is, right? Did we get Misty last week? Yes, we got Misty last week. So that's maybe more pending. We have $95,225.55 dividend for Misty alone. Freaking alone, Misty. The portfolio is 100% diversified. I guess they got 100% Misty. They got nothing else in the portfolio. I said, I don't know how true it is, if somebody actually fake this or, I mean, you can see the comments, right? The comments is crazy. And he asked me, I was like, well, the person who did this, the smart, what I say? I said the crazy, the stupid, the dumb, and smart at the same time, right? Because you have to have the biggest kahunas to do some shit like this, right? And somebody did it, right? So if you look at uh, this person is quite right, right? Let's say $1 million. Right now, the value of the portfolio is 1.5 million. If Misty continue to do what it's doing and don't drop and continue to pay the kind of dividend that we're getting right now, within a year, this person would have made all of the money that they have invested. But with 70%, now margin in Robinhood is 70% maintenance, right? The ratio 70%. That's why I'm glad I left. I left. I took my money. I still have money in Robinhood, but now I'm not using margins because I got Misty in my portfolio, right? And that's what it is, right? And you can see the comments. People saying a lot of different things, right? I have Misty. I don't have all of my portfolio in Misty. I have some of my stuff in Misty, right? How many percent? What is the percent of my portfolio that is in Misty right now? My big portfolio. How do I look at that? 40. I got 47% right now of my portfolio in Misty. So I cannot. I'm just as crazy as this guy, right? But he got a freaking $1 million. I only got like $120,000 plus $127,000 in Misty. That's it. This dude have $1 million freaking dollars in Misty. Whoosh. So I wish I know who this guy is, right? To kind of be like, man, you know what? You got some big old kahunas. But like I said, either way, with this buying power, right? Even if you collect maybe, let's say, 5 payments of this amount, right, and decide, you know what, I'm gonna I'm gonna not deal with Misty anymore, right? And I'm gonna close the account. He's still gonna have $300,000-400,000 in there because of what he collected from margins anyway. So I mean, like I said, it is crazy, right? He told me, he's like, man, you can make a video about this. I was like, yeah, but you know what? My goal is to motivate people, not to make people go do crazy stuff. Okay, my goal is to motivate people to invest in the market. But doing this right here, it's kind of like the dude that had all the money in what was the coin? Uh, what was the coin that dude had all the money in? I still have the freaking. I still got the coin too. Let me see if I see it. Dogecoin. Dogecoin. He was a Doge millionaire and people was encouraging him to sell. His when he hit a million, you're like, no. And he went from being a millionaire to a zeronaire because Dogecoin came back down. So like I said, there's people, there's smart people in the world, and there's people that's smarter, and there's people that dumb. So we're gonna see, I mean, I hope he do well because if he do well, that means my portfolio that have Misty in there is going to do well also. I know people that have, probably $2-3 million worth of portfolio, but they don't have everything in Misty, right? They have it invested in other things. So I don't know, guys. So I can't call the man crazy when I got almost 50% of my Fidelity portfolio is in Misty. Okay, and the route I'm going right now, I'm trying to change it. Right, it's gonna be trying to throw stuff between Misty and Palantir, PLTY, to get my portfolio up. So, hey, it's what it is, guys. Okay, we're gonna end that here, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. Okay, I hope that was interesting. And to my boy Cam, thanks for sharing that with me. And guys, like I said, it is what it is. Remember, this is not financial advice. Okay, I just make videos about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. Now I just share somebody else's stuff that was posted on X. Okay, guys. So it's out there. You see the link. I didn't hide anything. It's out there. You can go look it up. I didn't make this up. I don't know if they're fake or not, but it is what it is. Um, you know, that's what I can say. Okay. Now there's a lot of ways to make money with Misty, and that's a lot of ways to lose money with Misty. So it is what it is. Happy investing, and we're gonna do this again tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Love you guys.